Hello and Merry Christmas. Welcome back to the Tarnished Badge, where each week I try to bring you another story on the Minneapolis Police Department here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The good old Mayor Jacob Frey's Minneapolis Police Department. Well, once again, and this time on Christmas Eve, my property gets broken into again. This time, they cut the tarp off of my property. Instead of untying the rope from it, they just cut all the eyelets off of my tarp. I'm fed up. I'm done. Every time we call the Minneapolis Police Department 911 about our property being broken into, our property being stolen, we get told call 311. Well, guess what? 311 is closed until after the holiday, until Tuesday. And what is 311 going to do? Not a damn thing. All 311 is going to do, well, that's not an emergency. Let's take our sweet ass time and fill out a police report, which is just going to get thrown away because they don't want to come out and look at the videos. I've tried to show the police videos numerous times of the vandalism to my house. And they just laughed and said, no, we're not looking at it. We don't care. Well, now because I tell them that I am going to protect my property, I get threatened with being thrown into jail for stating, just for stating that the next person that comes on my property, I'm going to shoot them. I'm going to get a taser and I'm going to shoot them. I'm going to get a paint pellet gun and I'm going to shoot them. I'm not going to kill them. That'd be illegal. But I have the right to protect my property. But the Minneapolis Police Department would rather go after everybody that is pissed off about the homeless people and wanting to protect their property than to actually do anything about the homeless people robbing your house, stealing stuff right off of your property in broad daylight, under cameras and everything else. The Minneapolis Police Department, like the mayor's office, like the city of Minneapolis, does not give a shit about the residents of Minneapolis. Again, as I've stated in past posts, is that Mayor Jacob Frey is ecstatic about his police officers. This is his family. He is so proud of them for what they are doing. I'm sorry, if my child was acting the way that the Minneapolis Police Department is acting, he would be given a whooping and put in the corner, not given accommodations, not given a gun, not given a badge to go out and continue to do the shit that they're doing. To go out and laugh at people when their property is being damaged. And then, I mean, shit, what in the hell is 311 going to do? Do you realize Minneapolis is the only place that I know of in the entire country that has a Minneapolis 311? And why is that? Because the city of Minneapolis, the government of Minneapolis does not give a shit about the residents. All they care about is tearing up roads, tearing up buildings, and for what? They're not doing anything to help the homeless. The reason why we have this problem that we have is because they let it get out of hand in the first place. They let it get to the point that now all they can do is keep putting band-aids on it. And it's up to us as citizens, as property owners, to protect our property because nobody else is going to. And if they come on your property line, and you catch them stealing from your property, you have the right to use force to protect your property. Let me look up that statute. So, Minnesota Statute 609.065, justifiable taking of life. The intentional taking of life of another is not unauthorized by Section 609.06 except when necessary in resisting or preventing an offense which the actor reasonably believes exposes the actor or another to great bodily harm or death, or preventing a commission of a felony in the actor's place of abode. So, it is a felony for somebody to break into your house. It is a felony for somebody to rob you. So, Minnesota Statute 609.065 states it right there, or preventing the commission of a felony in the actor, meaning you, place of abode, meaning your home. So if one of these hooligans that the city seems to just not care about and let loose on the city of Minneapolis and everywhere else in your community, wherever you're seeing this from, you should look up the statute on protecting your property in your state, because the police department is not going to do anything. All they're going to do is go after you and try to throw you in jail for being frustrated, for being angry that the Minneapolis Police Department, the city of Minneapolis, is not doing anything to protect the residents of Minneapolis. So we get these homeless people from all over state. And, to play the devil's advocate, if you will, I have been trying, like a fool, like an idiot, like a moron, to help the homeless people. I go out there every week and talk to them and see what they need. And why are you out here being homeless? And they're like, oh, we're perfectly happy being homeless. We don't care. I try to tell them about the church's lunch. And they're like, that's nice. We're trying to get some dope. Really? So the city and the police departments, they actually have a location set up here in Minneapolis for people to be able to go and get high safely. Not sit there and arrest them and force them into rehab, force them into jail long enough to be able to get clean, because I guess getting high now is not a crime. You can go and to be able to get high, you need to go and rob people's houses or their vehicles or their catalytic converters, or hold a gun on somebody walking down the street just so they can get their next fix. Why? Because the city of Minneapolis tells them that it's okay to do that. But if you stand up for your rights as a homeowner, as a property owner, you can be thrown into prison. You can be thrown into jail, because it's the police officer's job. It's the police department's job to so-called protect people in Minneapolis and to take the law into our own hands, whether if it's on our property or not. I guess it's just illegal now. So the next time somebody is breaking into your house and your children are sleeping or you're trying to have dinner, guess what? Just let them break in. Just let them kill your children. Just let them steal your property. Just let them do whatever they want, because it's against the law, according to the Minneapolis Police Department, to protect your property, to stand up for your rights. I mean, I know Trump may or may not be the next president, and I hope and pray to God every day that Trump goes to prison instead of becoming the next president. But, folks, we're already living under a Trump regime. Instead, it's the Mayor Jacob Frey's regime, the Minneapolis Police Department's regime, because we don't have any rights in Minneapolis. Nobody cares in Minneapolis except for you and me. You know, they say that the police are undermanned, don't have enough officers. That is not the case at all. I see cop cars out there all the time. There's 3 or 4 of them all the time sitting down there at Target in Nicollet Mall. And half the time, they're hiding in the alleys. Oh, well, we're on lunch. Really? But when somebody's house is being vandalized, or a 4-year-old child is jumping naked out of a window that is up high enough to break his neck and kill him, that's okay because you're on lunch. I'm so sorry. Go back to lunch. You know, and I have sent these posts to Mayor Jacob Frey with the Minneapolis Mayor's Office, and I have not received one response from anybody. They don't care. They think I'm just going to eventually shut up and go away. Well, folks, if you live in Minneapolis, if you live in the state of Minnesota, make sure you write down this Minnesota statute and post it on your refrigerator. I'll repeat it. Minnesota Statute 609.065, justifiable taking of life. The intentional taking of life of another is not authorized by Section 609.6, except when necessary in resisting or preventing an offense which the actor, meaning you, believes exposes the actor, again, you, to a great bodily harm or death, or preventing the commission of a felony. That means breaking into your house, breaking into your property, because it's not a misdemeanor if you break into somebody's property and steal their property. It is a felony. That is why people go to jail for breaking into people's property. In the actors, that means you, place of adobe, and that means your home. So again, the intentional taking of the life of another is not authorized by Section 609.06, except when necessary in resisting or preventing an offense which the actor believes reasonably believes exposes the actor or another to great bodily harm or death, or preventing the commission of a felony in the actor's place of adobe. Period. So I thank you once again. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, be safe, and God bless.